Alright, yo, so, what it do, boy? So, like, I just got up out of the shower, right? And I was like, I seen, like, someone's Instagram story. And they were, like, being all, like, attractive and whatnot. And, like, the song that they were playing, because, like, you know, everybody always has, like, a picture of themselves and, like, a song of the thing. And it's, like, the song was, like, all about, like, oh my god, like, I'm just make, like, me and you and turn it into us. You know what I'm saying? And like, I can't open this. There's that. Oh, I'm breaking it. And it got me thinking, right? So like, listen, I've been in a relationship before. Whoa, I know, it's crazy to think, but I've been in a relationship before. I like to think I've been in love before.
Nice. Good job. You've done it, sir.
And like all that kind of stuff or whatever. But like, oh my god, I don't think I opened this up properly, but I got part of it, so we good. Right, so, like, people will be like, I'm just trying to, like, why is it always, like, people so into it, right? And then there's people like myself right now as I'm doing this recording that are so, like, into being not into it, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been on the other side of it, where, like, I'll be super, like, oh my god, me and you, like, we're the only ones who could ever feel this way. And it's like, that makes sense when it's, like, your first thing. I'm gonna go off track a little bit. Everybody, when they have, like, their first relationship and their first, like, love or whatever, sorry, when I did that, I looked kind of a little bit more muscular than I really am, so I kept doing it. But whenever people be, like, having their first love and whatnot, they're like, nah, me and her, or me and him, or whatever, we're different, we're gonna last, and, like, we're the real ones. And, like, my problem with that is, like, when I was in my relationship, I felt the same way, and I did understand at that point. I was aware that, like, that was the common thing to, like, just feel that way, like, naturally, because everyone says that. They're like, oh no, this is different, we're not like everybody else. And, like, what I have my problem with that, like, way of thinking is because I still think that way. I know that everybody says it, but I still genuinely think that me and my first partner were different than a lot of people. Like, I feel like I got really lucky to have her as my first experience with relationships, despite how things ended and all that. Like, she was genuinely a really great person and all that, you know. Like, I'm not gonna get too much into that, but I opened my Oreos and didn't even eat them. Give me 1 second. Alright, so yeah, yeah, I think I said what I need to say with that, like, off track a bit, but yeah, we're doing that. But I don't have a problem with it. People are gonna feel however they're gonna feel, right? But, like, at the same time, why? I know I could probably easily just, like, look this up and, like, actually there's a genuine reason, but I feel like as humans we naturally try to understand ourselves, but we also don't. Like, we try to, but we also don't understand ourselves. So, like, for example, I have a lot of viewpoints of things. Like I'll be like, oh my gosh, why do people do this thing? But I also do it, and I know I do it, but I can't not do it. You know what I mean? And for some things that might be like a personal thing, but I feel like as humans we do things a certain way, and it's like kind of weird. But I feel like I'm going off topic a lot, but like it's the same deal. But no. So like I don't know if everyone is like this. Obviously everyone's different, and like we each have different things going on, but like plenty of people that like I'm homies with and such, or like stuff like that, I've had like them be also. I just noticed I've been shooting in like portrait mode this entire time, so I guess this can go on like other platforms. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to have a discussion, be like, why do people are constantly like, nah, this has to be like the one, you know what I'm saying? Like I have this one friend, right? And if she's watching, she'll know that I'm talking about her, unless I have like 4 friends who do this exact same shit. But also I just cussed. But like they'd be like in a relationship and they'd be like, oh my god, I'm in love with this person, like I can't leave them, oh my god, if they leave I'll die, like oh my. And then that relationship ends. Also I look like I have some pectorals, which is pretty lit. I feel like I'm flexing. Anywho. Fuck. But no, they were like in a relationship, be like, oh my god, this is the best person for me, blah, blah, blah. Leave the relationship, and then every single relationship after that, they'll be doing the same exact thing, be like, no, this is the person. It's like, can you even have one person? And if so, what actually dictates that? Like, is it like the person that, out of all the people, like they were the top tier? And what means top tier? Like, is it purely based on who you love the most, or does it change, or like based on the whatever's going on? I just had to stop because I realize this is low-key the criteria when I'm talking about best basketball players. So yeah, funny. Anyway, I feel like I'm asking like a teacher or something, but like I feel like this is too extensive for like something I'm asking a teacher. I'd just be like, yo, how do you do this? And then they'd be like, just learn. And I'd be, oh, you right. And then I'd learn, but no, yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know if I at all got my point across. But on the flip side of that, why does it like, how come when you're in a relationship, you're like, actually, let me start that over. How come before you get into a relationship, like before you ever get into your first one, you're like, I desperately need a human being to be in love with me? Or maybe some of y'all just want to smash, I don't know, this is how it was for me. But you're like, oh my god, I need to have this or I'll literally die. And then you get it, and you're like, oh my god, like, this is so cool, like, being in a relationship so lit. And then you get, like, dumped or something like that, like, you get your heart broke or whatever, and you're like, it's not worth it, like, everything sucks, and, like, by the way, I'm not making fun of that, like, you, it's normal to feel, like, trash after, like, that type of stuff, but it is kind of funny, but I can laugh at it because I did the same thing, and I can, like, pretend I'm laughing only at myself, but, like, I'm laughing at y'all, too, so, like, okay, but yeah, no, why is it that, like, we do that? We, like, have such completely different viewpoints, and it's purely based on, like, that stuff. Like, for example, like, I'm, like, hella sad, but, like, not enough anymore to the point where I'm, like, dead, but, like, every time I think about relationships, I'm like, oh, oh my god. But like, let's say it didn't murder me, right? And I got into a relationship and it like actually made me feel better. Why am I just okay now? Like, why? Like, why can't I just do that? And that's why it like confuses me, because it'd be like, I thought that relationship was what was making you happy, but maybe it's just not being alone. Like, I forget the actual direct lyrics, but in like Hobo Johnson, Peach Scone. Also, I'm out of breath just from like existing. Get in shape, man. Damn. Was just flexing but can't speak for like 10 minutes. But in Hobo Johnson, Peach Scone, I don't remember the exact lyric, but he was like, I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. The second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. And that's facts. Because obviously some relationships are going to be better than others. And it's like some people are like super awesome and cool and all that. And like, but mind you, alright, I'm gonna have to get my homie Caleb on a video for like further talking about this topic, because I feel like he would have some great insight on this. Because me and him, we was both in relationships. No flex, we was both in relationships. And like, they both ended by the other person breaking up with us. Oh, I know it hurts, but for like vastly different reasons. For like the same main reason, but like completely off different like shiznit or whatever. Like, it was both on a basis of like, oh, we both trash, but like, for me, getting broke up with because I actually was trash. Yeah. To him getting broken up with because she thought that he would just have to do like everything, and he wasn't about that life because he had stuff going on in his life, so he couldn't just focus all of his attention on his relationship, which is fair, bro. Like, you gotta focus on things that like have a bigger priority over now. It's like, anyways, I'm not gonna just throw his business out there, but yeah, so that, but we both did that, and then him in particular, he'd be like, oh my god, I'm so lonely, I need women, I need companionship. And I'd be like, companionship? More like companion, shut the hell up, boy. Because I personally got stuck. I don't know how to explain this. Nobody, people stopped talking to me, alright? Not just women, straight people in general. And it was all within like a span of time. So I went from like this super high of like being in a relationship, having like tons of people talking to me all the time, balling like hella good. Like that was like my prime, bro. Like I went for a victory lap. If y'all don't know, I went for a victory lap in high school. That was the 2020 to 2021 range. So I graduated in 2020. But I was like in the high of that. Relationship, friends, balling, money, job, everything. Like everything was going so smooth. It's like a few months down the road, I quit my job. Most people stopped talking to me. I was not in a relationship. I was talking it was a downward path, but it wasn't super trash, but eventually it became super trash, and like literally like 2 people were talking to me. It was just like my main homies, and then occasionally it was like once a week someone would speak to me. But the fact that it can change that quick, and I can be like, all right, I'm gonna focus on making sure I'm good. Like, a good person and whatnot, and like making myself lit and be like, all right, I genuinely said this. I was like, I'm not gonna get women for like until September, and mind you, it is May now, and when I said that it was like January or something, I was like, I'm banned from getting women until September. Maybe April, I started trying to get women. So that's a case of me going against my own grind, but like also a case of showing that you're just kind of forced to want to be with people, and it can be less of a case of, oh my god, this person is great and they're gonna make my life better, and more of a case of, oh my god, I'm literally so lonely, someone please just tell me that they like me and like provide me with like comfort and love and such. And that's why I kind of think having a huge like left or right leaning, I know we're not talking about politics, but like each side of the scale, I think having yourself on a huge like extreme of each side of the scale, one being, oh my god, I need to always be in love, oh my god, we're the ones like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. And being in a relationship is for simps, bro. Like, I'll never find love, because that's really what that side of that shit is about. It's like insecurity. It's built off of like, I think honestly that side of things comes from like the all girls are the same, and then it just turns into like hatred for your preferred gender and whatnot, and just the dating scene in general. But I feel like if you find a happy medium where you don't need a person, but you like, but people are lit, like you're not completely like engrossed in the idea of like having to be in a relationship. Also, I'm grabbing like the recording thing right here, so that's pretty cool. But you're also not like completely grossed out. You're not engrossed in it, but you're also not grossed out by having it. Anywho, but like, yeah, I think finding that perfect spot where you're not like hating on the idea of being in love, but you're also not like, oh my god, I need to always be. I think that's the right thing, because people be like, focus on yourself, and like that can feel like basically just like a get over it. Oh my god, like it's okay to like nobody likes you, but like if you genuinely take that into account and be like try to program your brain into not always wanting to be with someone, you can genuinely improve yourself and like become better as a human. And like, because when you're trying to get into a relationship or when you're in one, your vision is clouded, like your mind is clouded, everything. And I know that because I was a completely different person in my relationship based on like my traits and shit. Like I was still me, I was still doing things that normal me would do, but like it was just different, man. It was different. Anywho, I feel like I've talked for like genuinely way too long and still only got like 3 things across, but like relationships, being in love with people, hating relationships, all that type of stuff. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Alright. Well, let me know in the comments. Let's make a discussion out of this. Maybe we'll bring more videos, get people on saying what they want to say, viewpoints and shit. Don't remember what I originally was making this video about, but I got something at the end. Alright, time to eat the rest of these Oreos. So I'm on that unhealthy grind because I'm just trash. Anyway, I'm not trash. Alright, bye.